Hey fam, it's me Aaron for a comic show. This is New Comics Now. This is a just killer week. This is just so much stuff, so much awesome. I had so much fun digging through this DC stuff. It was good. I was a little DC fanboy. Forever Evil came out, and it was freaking awesome. Jeff Johns, he always has to have a theme, like an overarching theme to everything. Like with JSA was Legacy and whatnot. With Forever Evil, it's survival of the fittest or natural selection. It's does might make right, do the most powerful rule regardless of their moral character, and I loved it. There is a gap of time between, even though there was only a week between the last part of Trinity War and this, we don't know what happened to the Justice League. They're saying they're dead. We've been told they're dead by all the solicitations. They have artifacts of them to prove they're dead, like, Superman's cape, Wonder Woman's lasso, Aquaman's trident, stuff like that. And they're put together the secret society. And we got another one of those cool things that they want to do from time to time, where they have this big 4-page fold-out of all of the villains in the society led by the Crime Syndicate. And I'm sold. I'm there. What they did with Nightwing made sense. It's kind of like Jeff Johns told Dan DiDio, no, this makes sense. We're not going to kill Nightwing in Infinite Crisis. We're not going to kill Nightwing in Forever Evil. But since Nightwing loves so many and so many love Nightwing, he is such a cool character to put in a position of just really to make everyone lose heart. And to, I'm not going to spoil anything with that, but you knew Nightwing was going to be attacked. It opens up with Luthor telling his kind of story about how he views natural selection and how he views all that survival of the fittest stuff, talking with Thomas Cord, and we got a little hint of my favorite guy, Ted Cord, not by name, but the son of Cord and Cord Industries. And Grid takes out the power of Metropolis and Gotham, and everything goes to crap super fast. And Ultraman, awesome. He does this thing with Kryptonite that was pretty badass, and I just like this. I like this total eclipse, this just this darkness, this Forever Evil, the villains finally winning, and to me this is going to be, hopefully, and in my mind, the best Crime Syndicate story ever done. And I am just, I just liked it. I just liked it a lot. Moving on to all the one-shots, here's an example of the 3D versus the regular, just the way that we do our initial orders here with Comic Suite and then do the final order cutoff 3 weeks out. We got allocated based on our initials, which aren't our final numbers, so we don't have very many of these, so thanks DC. But anyway, it was actually really good. This Joker #1 was the biggest variable, the biggest question to me, because it's written by an artist that you all know, Andy Kubert. Not drawn by Andy Kubert, drawn by Andy Clark, so it's Andy and Andy. Andy Clark seemed to be channeling some Brian Bolin here throughout, kind of like Killing Joke that Brian Bolin did, and that's a good thing. I never really want Joker's origin. I never really want Joker backstory, like back when he was a kid or whatnot, but it sort of worked here, and I really dug it. It's kind of like an evil olive oil for an ant that abuses him, and he loves this monkey, a gorilla, and then he has this gorilla, and it's pretty funny and pretty awesome, and I enjoyed it. And they have a little cryptic ending here of if this will be followed up on in the regular series of Batman or not. You got to tune in and find out. This is my favorite book of the week of all the villains ones, Relic. This is by Vendetti. This is essentially Lights Out issue 0. The Lights Out is what's coming next month for all the Lantern books, and this is the origin of Relic, and it's awesome. It's the origin of where the light comes from, how the light is channeled through emotions, where these emotions come from, this reservoir of emotions, and to me, Venditti pulled a Jeff Johns. He didn't invalidate anything Jeff Johns did, same way Jeff Johns really didn't invalidate anything from before. He just embellished it. He enriched it, and he showed that there was this universe before ours is where the emotions come from, where the light came from, where there was this period of enlightenment where it was actually light being harnessed for enlightenment, and where that all went wrong, and how they're using these emotions that entities need, and why are they doing that, and is that really good? And I freaking love this book. If you're getting Green Lantern or plan to get Lights Out, you must get the Relic one-shot. Moving on to Deadshot. This says Justice League of America. That's just because they don't know what they're doing. The right hand doesn't know what the left hand's doing. This was based on Suicide Squad numbers. We got allocated based on Suicide Squad numbers. It's the new Suicide Squad writer, Matt Kent, and it leads right into Suicide Squad number 24, which is part of Forever Evil. And I really liked it. I love Deadshot. I love Matt Kent. Yes, I like the Les Cott's book. When he was doing Suicide Squad, I'm looking forward to his Zero book. But Matt Kent is great, and this issue was just brilliant. It has nothing to do with Justice League of America. It has everything to do with Suicide Squad, and it was a lot of fun. Darkseid is Justice League Darkseid. This has nothing to do with Justice League. Has everything to do with Batman Superman. It's written by Greg Pak from Batman Superman, and Darkseid's going to appear in that. It even says, check out the next appearance of Darkseid in Batman Superman and Earth 2. So that's pretty awesome. And this was a fun story of Darkseid, how he wasn't there in the Earth 2 type of takeover, and he was there in our Earth with the Justice League, and it kind of sews up some backstory with that, and it was a lot of fun. Greg Pak kicks ass, Darkseid kicks ass. This is awesome. Don't think you have to get it if you read Justice League. Do think you have to get it if you read Earth 2 or Batman Superman, and it was a fun one-shot. Batman and Robin Two-Face number 1, great. It was Tomasi who writes Batman and Robin, and it was fun. The art was by the talent artist March, and Two-Face holds court on villains and judges them, and I super enjoyed it. Whether it has anything to do with what's going on in the overall story or not, it has nothing. That does not matter with this one. This was a fun, single-issue story by a great writer who's the regular writer of the book with great art, and it was just an iconic, wonderful Two-Face issue. Count Vertigo Green Arrow, this is Jeff Lemire. This is backstory origin Green Arrow. It could have been part of the run, and it leads right into issue 24 Green Arrow. If you're reading Green Arrow, you must get it, or else you're going to be missing integral stuff. If you're not, ignore it. Ventriloquist. This is another brain fart by DC. It's Batman Dark Knight Ventriloquist number 1, but it is not Batman Dark Knight. It is Batgirl. It's the Batgirl writer. It's a Batgirl villain. It's Ventriloquist. It leads into Batgirl stuff. And it also, though, is a single issue introducing you to this new Ventriloquist character that is a fun one-and-done story. So if you want to check that out, check it out by all means. I would highly recommend, if you have any interest in it, checking it out. But if you do get Batgirl, you kind of need to get it. With Flash and Grodd, this is one of the writers of Flash, and it's pretty cool. If you're getting Flash, you'll enjoy it. If not, I don't really see why you'd want extra stuff on Gorilla City and extra backstory on Grodd and extra things like that. But if you are reading Flash, you should get it. Bizarro Superman, this nothing to do with Superman, nothing to do with Lobdell's title that he's probably replaced on, it seems, but it's kind of the dude that was doing stuff with Grant Morrison. So it's that Solly Fish, and it's a Bizarro origin story. So if that does anything for you, check it out. It was kind of a fun one and done. I liked it. I don't see that it's leading anywhere, but sure, Bizarro will pop up somewhere at some time. Cyborg Superman, this is by the writer of Supergirl. Cyborg Superman is currently appearing in Supergirl, so this is part of that run. If you want to know about Cyborg Superman in the New 52, and you don't read Supergirl and don't want to read Supergirl, that's fine. You can read this and get this, and you'd probably enjoy it. It's fun. This writer is pretty cool. And but if you do get Supergirl, you have to get this, because it's just part of it. So, you know, that's all I'm going to say about that. I can't really say, oh, it was the greatest thing ever, but I've never been a fan of Cyborg Superman, so hey, you know. But if you are getting Supergirl, get it. Earth 2 Desad is actually World's Finest. It is the same writer from World's Finest. It's those characters, Power Girl and Hunters from World's Finest. Desad's currently in World's Finest, so don't be confused by the Earth 2. Yes, these characters were from Earth 2, and it's all going to play out in the whole craziness of Apocalypse, Darkseid, and all that. So if you're getting World's Finest, absolutely get it. If not, and you're definitely interested in Darkseid and Earth 2 and Desad and how this is all going to play out, it's a small investment. It's a fun little story that gives us extra information what's going on there, but it's not necessary. Poison Ivy, this is not the regular Detective Comics writer. It doesn't really lead into anything. It's a good Poison Ivy one-shot, which I guess that's all it has to be, really, and that was all what the assignment was. But I enjoyed it. Cool art, and you know, it's a good Poison Ivy one-shot. It could be something you pass up, but finally, and this is the weirdest one, Justice League Dark Creeper. It's not Justice League Dark. No members of Justice League Dark's in it. It's not the writer of Justice League Dark, not the artist of Justice League Dark. It has nothing to do with Justice League Dark. It's a dark character, It's the writer of Katana, and Creeper has appeared in Katana, so it's a Justice League of America Katana loose tie-in, but I guess he's creepy, so that's dark, so put him in here. I'm a huge Creeper fan from back in the day, a huge Jack Ryder fan. I'm not really a fan of this new stuff, so you know, that's all I have to say about that. So if you get Justice League Dark, do not be compelled to get this. If you get Katana, absolutely get it. And that's the first batch. It's some hit and miss. The hits were really good. Relic was freaking awesome, and Forever Evil just kicked so much ass. I'm so excited for that, and I like what they're doing here. I think it's fun to have little one-shots of these villains while, thematically, while the Forever Evil is the villains taking over the world. I enjoy it. It's going to be a great, fun month, thematically. But of course, there'll be hit and misses. When they do 52 books, not all 52 are good. In fact, a lot of them are not so good, and I don't talk about them. That was part 1 with Forever Evil and the villain one-shots. Check out part 2 with the other DC stuff, the indie stuff, and the Marvel stuff, including Infinity and Battle of the Atom.